The Bruker BioSpec MRI scanners have been an absolute workhorse for us for 15 years. They are generating reliable data on a daily basis that allows us to translate our imaging technology and our biomedical knowledge to patient care. What we're really trying to do with our MRI research program is we're trying to establish reliable, sensitive, and specific imaging biomarkers for disease progression, especially for these genetic diseases in kids. We know that these patient populations will develop disease aspects. For example, we know that cystic fibrosis patients are going to get lung disease. What's really important is to develop sensitive and quantitative and objective imaging techniques so that we can establish those as biomarkers and outcome measures for clinical trials. And so for ARPKD, or autosomal recessive polycystic kidney disease patients, there is no current standard as an outcome measure for clinical trials. There's no way to even develop and test new drugs for these patients. That's what drives us on our day-to-day work, and my whole group gets that sort of, this is our goal, right? And so we've had some success recently. We're now engaged in a multi-center lung imaging trial with patients in cystic fibrosis to disseminate our lung T1 MRI techniques. In polycystic kidney disease, we started off working with the Bruker BioSpec MRI scanners and validated all of our quantitative MRI techniques in mouse models of ARPKD. That is now transitioned to human trials funded by the NIH, and our initial data show it seems very promising at this point as well. The real features of the Bruker BioSpec MRI scanners that really enable this quantitative MRI research are really twofold. One is the hardware aspects. Bruker scanners have really strong magnetic field gradients, which allow you to get just exceptional resolution that you need to see disease in these really small mouse models. And so that's one component. The other component that's really intrinsic to my work is really the open platform of the software. Having that open software allows us to develop new MRI pulse sequences to quantify things. And we're able now to do something that's called magnetic resonance fingerprinting, which is a really new technology in the field. But what this allows us to do is to get multiple MRI assessments. So we get T1 and T2 and other properties all at the same time in a really short acquisition times. The Bruker scanners are used daily to the tune of thousands of hours of utilization every year for the past 15 years. They've generated highly reproducible results for our lab. I can create new technologies that are highly innovative. I can't think of any other platform that I'd want to use to develop our new MRI technologies that we translate to patient care.